We like Kiefer's work very much. This work is by Elan Etsui, an artist that was born in Ghana, now works in Nigeria. And I first saw the work at the Venice Biennale about, I think, 6 years ago. And since then, he's become quite popular. It comes from a family of weavers, and these came from liquor bottles and the like. They weaves them all together. It's fascinating work. I don't think money really clouds the value of art. I think the value of art is not intrinsic. It's history will tell us, the passage of time will tell us what art is historically important. It's not about money.
The vast Turbine Hall inside London's Tate Modern is the gallery's largest exhibition space. It is known for housing controversial and dramatic installations. The room is now filled with 100 million sunflower seeds, an installation by Chinese artist Ai Weiwei, the first Asian artist to be commissioned for the space. We followed Ai Weiwei back home to his studio in Beijing, a complex of buildings designed by the artist himself and located in a district shared with other creative minds. While we're spending time with Ai Weiwei, he hears news that Chinese officials plan to pull down another of his studios for flouting planning regulations, but the artist believes he's being targeted because of his political activism.
Recently, I heard the new studio I built in Shanghai is going to be demolished, and it's all because of my activities. Through the new technology, even with very severe censorship, we still can get into some channels, such as Twitter, through a third party, which in China totally may be less than 100,000 people. But those people can repaste all those informations to other internet sites. I think still have a very strong impact.
Ai Weiwei's efforts to draw attention to the demolition of his Shanghai studio end with him spending a weekend under house arrest. He feels it is the price he has to pay for being one of China's most outspoken critics. His father was one of China's most influential poets and was imprisoned as a dissident and sent to a labor camp when Ai Weiwei was only 10. His memories of growing up under an authoritarian regime have left a mark on the man he is today. His contribution to the bird's nest design of Beijing's Olympic Stadium made an impact on a global TV audience of several billion, but he later distanced himself from the project.
Very soon I realized this building is not going to hold a game which in promoting democracy and freedom, but rather become a part of the propaganda machine.
There's a political narrative underlining his art, like the shattering of an invaluable Han Dynasty urn or the painting over Neolithic vases that reveal the artist's effort to maintain a dialogue between China's cultural past and its political present. He says being an activist is as important as being an artist.
I'm well known in the West, but I'm well known in China not because of my art, but because I openly express my criticism on the society, on the government. And I'm not far from successful. My voice has been blocked and censored. And also, I was beaten by police, and if you walk out of my studio, you will see the civilian cameras right in front of you, and everybody come to this house. It's being recorded. I think the young generation needs somebody like me in here, because we can become an example for them.
In the past, Ai Weiwei swore he'd never have a child under the regime he consistently challenges. But today, he hopes his young son might be a part of a generation sowing the seeds of change.
Sunflower seeds are very common, also unique objects for Chinese. When we grow up, we all associate with it politically or in the daily life. What I'm trying to emphasize is the power from an individual, and we all alike but are different. We all have to contribute and to be involved, to anticipate in changing our conditions. The struggle is always there.
Ai Weiwei hoped visitors would interact with the seeds, creating their own art in the process. But then organizers became concerned about a dust generated by the thousands of feet clambering over the seeds.
Sadly, the power of art was no match for the power of safety officials who ordered the exhibit to be fenced off from visitors for their own protection, reducing this interactive installment into a static sea of gray.
Art is not just decoration. Art is not just items of the collector's habit. Art is about social change. It's about how we define our time and our culture.
That is it for this edition of Icon. I'm Monita Rajpal from London's Tate Modern Art Gallery. Thank you for watching. I'm going to have to go return these now.